Hi, my name is Brittany Hyden, and I'm a Moorpark College fitness specialist. And today I'll be giving you 5 tips for healthy eating. The United States Department of Agriculture has actually updated the food pyramid that we're all used to seeing and has replaced it with a plate. And you can actually go on to choosemyplate.gov and customize your own plate. You can see that the ratio of vegetables and fruits are actually higher than it is for grains and protein, and on the side is where you see the dairy. And now we'll be talking about the 5 tips for healthy eating. Tip 1, choose fat-free or low-fat milk, cheeses, and yogurt to get the required vitamin D and calcium in your diet. So some examples are Greek yogurt, which is rich in vitamin B12 and iron, as well as not only containing dairy with vitamin D and calcium, but it also has protein. And other sources are, of course, fat-free milk, and if you are lactose intolerant, a good alternative is Silk, which is soy milk. Tip number 2, make half your plate fruits and veggies. So some good options are bananas. They're high in potassium, which is associated in lowering the risk of high blood pressure, stroke, and heart disease. Another good option are tomatoes, which is rich in beta-carotene, vitamin E, and vitamin C. Vitamin C helps to promote tissue repair and growth. Another good option are sweet potatoes. Sweet potatoes are high in vitamin A and B6, and vitamin B6 helps to break down homocysteine, which contributes to the hardening of the blood vessels. Broccoli is also a good option because it contains sulforaphane, which is associated in lowering the risk of cancer. Broccoli also has folate, vitamin K, and vitamin C, as well as fiber, which helps to promote regularity. Blueberries are a good fruit because they contain antioxidants, they're low in calories and fat, and they also contain vitamin C and manganese. And manganese helps to play a part in bone development. Tip number 3, choose whole grains as your source of carbohydrates. Try to avoid refined processed sources of carbs and make sure that the whole grains say 100% whole wheat or 100% whole grain. So some good choices are instant oatmeal, and this one has maple and brown sugar, which adds a little bit of sweetness, and you can always add blueberries or bananas, which helps to increase your intake of your fruits. And we also have brown rice and a brown rice and quinoa mix. So whole grains are important sources of fiber, vitamin B, iron, and magnesium, which help me reduce blood cholesterol and lower the risk of heart disease, obesity, and type 2 diabetes. Iron is especially important because it helps to transport oxygen throughout the body and the blood. And magnesium is also important because it is used to help build bones and release energy from muscles. Tip 4, add lean protein. Some good sources of lean protein are lean beef and pork, turkey, beans, tofu, and nuts. Seafood is also a good option because it contains omega-3 fatty acids, which help to decrease heart disease. And some good sources that I have here are tofu, some tuna, and peanut butter. A diet high in lean protein helps to decrease the low-density lipoproteins, also known as LDLs, which help to decrease heart disease. Proteins are the building blocks for bones, muscles, cartilage, skin, and blood. And it also contains iron, vitamin B, magnesium, and zinc. But since nuts are a good option for protein, you want to make sure that you eat only the necessary amount because they're also high in fats, which we'll talk about in tip 5. Tip number 5, choose healthy fats. So some good sources of healthy fats that I have are canola oil, again, the tuna and peanut butter, as well as avocados. You want to try to avoid foods that are high in saturated and trans fats because they actually increase the LDL cholesterol, which increases the risk of cardiovascular disease. You want to choose foods that have a higher amount of monosaturated and polysaturated fats, as well as omega-3 fatty acids. The monosaturated and polysaturated fats actually help to decrease the risk of type 2 diabetes, while omega-3 fatty acids decrease the risk of coronary artery disease, and it also helps to decrease blood pressure. And these are just 5 tips for eating healthy. Thank you for watching.